So exactly 3 months ago, I had customized my second boy little Austyn. His legs were extremely loose, so he couldn't really stand on his own. I had tightened them, though it worked well in the short term, it wasn't exactly working in the long term. His legs are loose enough that they would often fall when filming AGSMs, and his arms can barely hold a position. It made making stop motions very frustrating with him, and a lot of the stop motions I have with him look very choppy. So in today's video, I will be restringing his limbs because apparently tightening just isn't enough. Now, I had already restrung 2 of my dolls prior to this, so I'm pretty knowledgeable, at least somewhat, of what I'm doing. So let's just hope nothing terrible happens, and let's just get started. So like all doll customizations, the first thing I do is take off the head. I use a pin to try and loosen the knot so the head can come off, and I know that sounds very morbid and creepy, and I swear I'm not a serial killer, I'm a doll customizer, but it's just what has to be done. The next thing I do is take out all the stuffing, and literally all of it, like every last ounce of stuffing, to the point where Austyn now looks like a headless flat Stanley. The next thing I do is cut off the old strings that are attaching the limbs. This was easier said than done. As you could recall, I had tightened the limbs with these clasps that were very frustrating to get on, so not very surprisingly, they were also very frustrating to get off. There was one in the leg and one in the arm that I could get off, but then the others I just stretched the elastic enough just to be able to cut it with a pair of scissors. So after boiling the limbs in a soup of boiling water, they were soft enough that I was able to get the tension cups out. Though I had done this a few times before, for some reason it was just harder this time to get the tension cups out. The arm was especially hard, and I think at one point instead of getting it out, I ended up shoving it deep in the arm. So I ended up having to boil some more water and make the arm soft enough that I could be able to get it out with a wooden skewer. And last but certainly not least is the well-anticipated restuffing Austyn. So I put him back together, I put all the stuffing in, and I put the head back on, and I redress him, and he looks pretty good. So this is the final result. I am very happy with the way his limbs turned out. They are very tight, I can move his arms and they actually stay. He can stand really well on his own and he doesn't really fall over quite as much. So yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. And as always, stay nice.